D.B. Cooper, the man who vanished from the sky. It was the evening of November 24th, 1971. Thanksgiving was just one day away. Airports were crowded with people eager to get home. At Portland International Airport, a man stood quietly in line. Nothing about him looked unusual. He wore a black suit, a white shirt, a thin black tie, and dark sunglasses. He bought a one-way ticket to Seattle. The name on the ticket was Dan Cooper. No one knew it yet. But this man was about to become one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. The plane was Northwest Orient Flight 305. A short flight, only about 30 minutes. There were just 36 passengers on board. Dan Cooper took a seat near the back of the plane. He ordered a bourbon and soda. He lit a cigarette. Calm, polite, patient. The plane took off. Everything felt normal, until Cooper leaned toward a flight attendant and handed her a small note. At first, she didn't read it. She thought it was just a phone number. Cooper leaned closer and spoke softly. "Miss, you should read that. I have a bomb." The flight attendant opened the note. Her smile disappeared. The message demanded $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck waiting in Seattle. To prove he was serious, Cooper opened his briefcase. Inside were wires and red cylindrical objects. He didn't shout. He didn't threaten. He spoke calmly, almost professionally. The pilot was informed. Authorities were contacted. And just like that, a normal flight became a national crisis. When the plane landed in Seattle, everything Cooper asked for was ready. The ransom money was delivered. 4 parachutes were brought on board. All passengers were released safely. No one was hurt. No violence. Cooper kept his word. Now, only 4 crew members remained on the plane. And Dan Cooper. Cooper ordered the plane to take off again. Destination, Mexico City. But he gave very specific instructions. Fly low, about 10,000 feet. Keep the speed slow, and leave the rear staircase unlocked. Outside, the weather was getting worse. It was night. Rain poured down. Strong winds rocked the aircraft. Still, Cooper remained calm. Somewhere over the dark forests of the Pacific Northwest, he stood up. He tied the money bag around his waist. He put on a parachute. He adjusted his tie. Then he walked to the back of the plane and opened the rear stairs. Longer pause. At 8:13 p.m., the plane suddenly shook. Dan Cooper had jumped into the darkness. When the plane landed, Cooper was gone. No body, no parachute, no sign he had ever been there. It was as if he had vanished into the night sky. The FBI launched one of the largest manhunts in U.S. history. They searched forests, rivers, mountains. They interviewed over 1,000 suspects. Years passed. Nothing. Then, in 1980, 9 years later, a young boy was playing near a riverbank. He found something buried in the sand. Old, decaying bundles of cash. When investigators checked the serial numbers, they matched the Cooper ransom money. It was the only physical evidence ever found. And it raised a terrifying question. Did Cooper survive? Or did the river slowly reveal his fate? Some believe Cooper was a trained paratrooper. Others think he was military or a former pilot. Some say the storm killed him instantly. Others believe he escaped, changed his identity, and lived the rest of his life in silence. In 2016, the FBI officially closed the case. Not because it was solved, but because it never could be. To this day, no one knows who D.B. Cooper really was. No grave, no confession, no proof. Just a man, a plane, and a jump into the dark. And somewhere out there, the truth may still be falling through the sky.